Everything you need to know about Morten Hjulmand from Sporting Lisbon to Juventus. Potentially, he is the next player on Juventus's radar for free. For free, from me to you. Now, let's just start off this video with a very small secret about myself. In case you didn't know, I am a qualified performance analyst. In order for me to get this qualification, I got the qualification a year ago. In order for me to get this qualification, I have to come up with a hypothesis, and then I have to go out and do the thorough research and present it in order for me to pass. On top of analysing matches, my hypothesis was focusing on Liga NOS, focusing on the Portuguese league. I've got a 25-page report on this. Morten Hjulmand plays for Sporting Lisbon. I have studied Sporting Lisbon in so much detail, from their play style to their manager to the players, how they recruit them, how well they develop in that league, who's good, who isn't, and why, in my opinion, Liga NOS should actually belong in Europe's top 5 leagues. Fast forward a year, Juventus are linked with Morten Hjulmand. If there's anybody on planet Earth that's done the necessary research on this player, it's me. And I'm about to give it to you guys for free. I'm not even joking or trying to excite anybody or trying to exaggerate anything, but this a good player. Like, he is a good player. He is a player based off eye test, based off statistics, based off everything. He's too good for Liga NOS. He needs to make the step up. I don't know why there are not many clubs inquiring over his signature. This dude is good. And I've watched a decent amount of him because of the research that I've had to do. This is one of those signings that is a ceiling raiser. This is one of those players. He walks into Juventus. Everybody in the camp is looking at him and trying to follow in his footsteps. This dude is a true born leader, but he's so much more than that. He's so much more than that. Like, he's genuinely one of those players that can flip a Serie A title race. If Juventus go out and recruit properly defensively, with him in the team, being a consistent starter, I genuinely look at Juventus and say, you've got it in you to go out and compete next season. Because as a midfielder, he brings it all. Now, the way I like to do my player analysis is I like to just choose 3 different things, break them down in detail, and tell you guys why these 3 things are so important for Juventus. Okay, so Morten Hjulmand to Juventus potentially for a reported fee of 40 million. In my opinion, he is genuinely worth every single penny. I watched him during his time at Lecce when he was in the Serie A. He was good, he was cold, he was smooth. But he's genuinely gone to Sporting Lisbon and become a far better player, a far better leader, a more complete package. Now, at Sporting Lisbon, how did they set up? They set up very similar to Igor Tudor, especially under Ruben Amorim. Now, the replacement came in and his play style was a replica. I felt like it was just best to stick what's working. It's the 3-4-3. He plays in a midfield double pivot, okay? Now, his duty in midfield is to be that orchestrator from deep, that breaker of play. So the first thing that Hjulmand is amazing at, he is genuinely amazing at it, is breaking play. Somebody that doesn't allow the opposition to get into dangerous territories. Somebody that's a master at stopping transitions. When I watched him, everything, the research that I've done on the whole Liga NOS, this dude is so similar. It is going to sound crazy. When it comes to defending transitions, when it comes to being that anchor and allowing the entire team to push forward, whether it's the wing backs, the roaming number 10s, having Victor Gyökeres on the halfway line who doesn't really track back, you need to have yourself a solid anchor, an anchor that doesn't move regardless of the waves of pressure. This dude is one of the best duel winners I've ever seen, and he reminds me so much of Rodri. It sounds crazy because I feel like so many people, when you think of Rodri under Pep Guardiola at Manchester City, everybody just connects the dots. Rodri, Guardiola, Manchester City, possession-based football. He's Spanish. Everybody thinks he's just this technically gifted, elegant footballer that's only good in possession. Rodri off the ball is amazing. Rodri, his positioning, his anticipation, his ability to win the ball, his ability to cover ground, his ability... Well, I'm not going to say the next one because it's my second point. Rodri, as much as he's good in possession, he's genuinely one of the best in the world out of possession. And there's a reason why Manchester City can afford to push so many bodies forward. And there's a reason why Manchester City, when Rodri done his ACL, they couldn't play their game. Like anybody that watches the Premier League, you know how catastrophic last season Manchester City were. Without Rodri, they were conceding the most goals they've ever conceded under Pep Guardiola. They couldn't defend transitions. I think historically they conceded the most on their own record on counter-attacks. They were a shocking team. All because of one player. Hjulmand is that guy for Sporting Lisbon. He is genuinely the guy that puts out every single fire. But like I said, he's more than that. You see these little crunching tackles. You don't get past him. Now, the second trait which makes him so amazing, like the thing that makes him so difficult to beat, and I feel like it's one of those traits that doesn't really get spoken about in football, because whenever people sit down and speak about football, technical ability, physical ability, mentality, IQ, there's one thing that they teach you in football, especially if you ever went to a football academy, if you played football to a high level, they always tell you, besides all of those things, you need to learn as you get older how to use your body. Your body is your biggest weapon on a football pitch. Yes, you might have an amazing first touch. You control the ball like Lionel Messi. You might be able to strike the ball like Cristiano Ronaldo. You might have the mentality of Cristiano Ronaldo. But at the end of the day, you need to merge all of these things into knowing how to use your body, understanding your body's strengths, your body's weaknesses, and then catering your game around it. This dude, it's so difficult to explain in a short video without like much data and evidence. It's so difficult for me. This guy, when it comes to using his body, like his mechanics behind his body, his frame, his physique, he's amazing. And there's a reason why he's so good at stopping transitions. Like, he's one of those guys. See, I believe he's 6'1". At 6'1", no matter how fast you are, no matter how technically gifted you are, he will find a way to stop you. He knows how to use his body. He's got long strides, which in terms of carrying the ball, in terms of covering the ground. He's got long arms in terms of holding off players, shrugging them off. On top of the fact that he's just a tenacious, aggressive player in midfield. His reading of the game, like, how do you measure reading of the game? I can't really use a stat for you guys to measure a player's reading of the game. I feel like you just have to sit down and watch a player week in, week out, minute after minute after minute. He is genuinely in the right place at the right time the majority of the times. Sporting Lisbon don't go on to win 2 back-to-back Liga NOS trophies if he wasn't an integral piece to this team. So trait number 1 for me, he's an amazing dual winner. Trait number 2, his ability to use his body. Like, I feel like I'm doing him such a disservice by just saying he's a dual winner and he knows how to use his body and play to his strengths. On top of that, he's just a good footballer. He's genuinely a good footballer. He's good technically. He's good at spraying passes. Like, when it comes to short, medium range passes, he is genuinely one of the best in Europe. One of those midfielders that is the complete package. I don't know why I'm so passionate about this. I think it's because I'm so familiar with this guy. Good signing. Now, the third one is one that probably a lot of you would have guessed. He is a leader. I'll be completely honest with you guys. He is genuinely a leader. Like, Sebastian Coates was the captain of Sporting Lisbon. He won Liga NOS when Ruben Amorim was around. He then left. I believe he went to a team in Uruguay. Like, he's like, what, 35, 36, 37. Hjulmand was the person that was the replacement. Now, it takes a lot from a player. Ruben Amorim left Sporting Lisbon halfway into the season. And I'll be honest with you guys, when he did leave, the camp was down. Like, he's practically the guy that walked in, revolutionized the club, won them their first Liga NOS in, I believe, 15, 20 years. He done this. Ruben Amorim done this. Imagine your manager, the savior in everybody's eyes, the guy that's revolutionized the club, tactically developed so many good players. Imagine him leaving halfway into a camp. New coach comes in. He doesn't start off the best. Everybody is now cautious, worried. Hjulmand was actually the guy that rallied the troops. There's an interview that he does. It's all over YouTube where he speaks on the new coach and how everybody has to stay united and stay together. In order for him to perform the way he did, the way he kept everybody in line, he didn't allow anybody to get complacent, to get comfortable, to fall off 3, 4, 5 levels. And Sporting Lisbon still go on to win Liga NOS. They've won it back to back. Do you know how impressive it is for a club to lose their manager halfway into a campaign? The replacement comes in and they still go on to win the league. Yes, we can turn around and say the competition isn't the best, but we've all seen in football, one simple manager change can disrupt the campaign. One player being injured can disrupt your overall play style. I look at Homeland and I say, if they didn't have somebody that was such a strong leader, like somebody that doesn't allow them to get complacent, somebody that doesn't allow them to take their foot off the gas, somebody that keeps them in line. Like, I'm a firm believer in, you have a manager, you have a coach, but a captain is a manager's representative on the pitch. Okay? A captain is a manager's representative on the pitch. And that's why they always say, choose your captain wisely. Homeland is an amazing captain in terms of his communication, the way he gets through to players. He's one of those guys, he genuinely leaves it on the pitch. He's one of those guys where you're guaranteed minimum 7 out of 10 every single week. Juventus are linked with him. I hope I haven't excited everybody too much, okay? I don't want anybody to look at it and say, oh, well, Douglas Luiz was so highly rated in the Premier League and look at him when he came to Juventus. No. Homeland is different. Don't get me wrong, Douglas Luiz is an amazing footballer. Homeland is different. Homeland has actually got the character, the mentality, the characteristics, the attitude of somebody, no matter where you put him, he gets everybody on his side. And if he's not in a power position to get everybody on his side, he will get on board with the current regime, and I can guarantee you he will raise the bar. He will raise the bar. Like, he is a guy that walks into the changing room, even if he's a new recruit, even if he's a new signing, you listen to him. You listen to him. I just think he's a great footballer. And I'll be honest with you guys, I didn't even know he was cost only 40 million. Juventus need to be all over this. They need to be all over this. Like, he's one of those players, God willing, in 6 months' time, when we're sat reviewing Juventus, everyone will turn around and be like, yeah, I see what you were talking about. I see what you were talking about. Now, anyways, if you're new, make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, and I will catch you guys on another one.